The RWM and Ambassadors Programme is CIWM working together with its partners Eye to Eye for the exhibition. And the ambassadors are a group of people who come from every corner of the present and future of sustainable waste and resource management. And we want them to do two things. Firstly, we want some feedback from them. That feedback helping us to make sure that the RWM event itself is as relevant. It's a must-do event for everybody across the industry. Second thing we want them to do, we want them to use their knowledge, their expertise and information to look forwards to what the industry needs to become, what its new customers have got that they can offer us, what is it that we've got that we can offer them, what hurdles have we got to overcome. And we have given them some small amount of resource to commission a bit of work to help them in that sort of future scoping. RAP's MRF sampling guidance should be really helpful to the industry. It's really important in the pursuit of quality and putting good quality materials back into the market that this industry can reproducibly sample its inputs, sample its outputs, and do it on a statistically significant level with variable materials in difficult circumstances and to produce good quality information. Anybody who thinks that's done quickly, cheaply and easily has got another thing coming. So we do encourage everybody who's got responsibility for MRF inputs and outputs has a look at the RAP guidance, and beyond that CIWM would advise anybody, don't leave it until the last minute before you start practicing and putting your systems in place. The earlier you do it in advance of the October 14 deadline, the better it's going to be. One of the worst things that could possibly happen to the quality movement around materials recovery facilities is that it's poorly enforced, poorly observed, the whole thing weakens and fizzles. That means that the regulator's got an important job to do. They need to make sure that everybody is coming up with the data, that they generate the data in a reproducible way, that they're reporting it responsibly by the deadlines. There's an enforcement job to be done. If there's an important enforcement job to be done, the first thing that we would say from CIWM is the regulator must have the skills and the people to do it. So we believe that all responsible operators will recognise the whole quality movement needs to be underpinned by a good and able regulator, and therefore appropriate fees are chargeable. The TEEP Routemap, it's another important document. We consistently called on government in England to provide formal guidance. They've chosen not to do so, and there are arguments for and against why that's happened. The Welsh have just issued a consultation on their formal guidance, but in the absence of that in England, I think that this group of local authority interests coming together have done a really important job. They've produced what really is a route map. It isn't guidance, it doesn't tell you what the answer is, it doesn't even tell you the detail of how to do it, but it does describe the steps that a responsible authority will have to go through to identify whether or not separate collections are necessary, and if they're necessary, whether they're technically, environmentally and economically practicable. So we think it will lead local authorities through a reproducible assessment that will stand up to scrutiny.